Out of all the original 2015 Jurassic World sets, Set 75917 Raptor Rampage may just be the best of them all, featuring a build of a vehicle that features prominently in the movie, as well as 2 exclusive dinosaurs and 3 minifigures. This set can be used to recreate the now iconic scene in the film where Owen Grady is riding his motorcycle through the jungles of Isla Nublar alongside his Velociraptor pack as they hunt for the Indominus Rex. Let's take a detailed look at this set and its various components, starting with the dinosaurs. Owen's 4-strong Raptor pack were all released in LEGO form in 2015, between 2 different sets. Echo and Charlie were included with the slightly elusive Raptor Escape set, while this set included both Blue and Delta. Blue is the beta of the pack, and the most prominent dinosaur in the Jurassic World trilogy. This version of her sees the use of sand green elements, decorated with dark green and dark blue printing. Her defining feature is, of course, the blue stripe that runs down her head and continues onto the torso. The skin details and printing for the eyes look great as well. She also features printed claws on her fingers and toes. However, this coloration for Blue is horribly wrong, as the on-screen Velociraptor features light gray skin with a blue stripe. This version of Blue was likely based off of concept art for the film that wasn't final, and ultimately changed before the film released, so it can be forgiven. While the printed details for the 2015 Blue look excellent, the color choices are bizarre at best. It would take LEGO a couple of tries over the course of 7 years to finally stick the landing with a LEGO Blue. The Blue included with 2022's Blue and Beta Velociraptor capture comes as, hands down, the best LEGO Blue in my opinion. Delta fares a little better than Blue when it comes to screen accuracy. Her dark tan and olive green coloration are at least fairly close to Delta's tan and green coloration seen in the film. The skin and eye details on Delta look great, and those sand blue patches on the head are especially eye-catching. Just like Blue, Delta features printed claws. Both Raptors include an attachable camera harness element that is exclusive to this set. It's a little bulkier than the harnesses seen in the movie, but it allows you to recreate the tracking scene from the film. The LEGO Velociraptor mold appears slightly oversized when compared to minifigures, but this compromise allows for additional posability, so the trade-off is definitely worth it. Speaking of minifigures, the first minifig we'll be looking at in this set is Owen Grady, animal behaviorist and raptor trainer. This version of Owen is the first of many versions that we'd later see for his character, and can only be found in one other set, the LEGO Dimensions Jurassic World Team Pack. I have a particular fondness for this version of him, and thus it's one of my favorite minifigures of Owen. The hair and double-sided headpiece can both be found on the original minifigures of Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, also played by Chris Pratt. They match his likeness well, though I think the newer headpiece developed in 2017 resembles him a little bit more. The torso features an appealing and accurate print depicting Owen's brown utility vest and gray shirt, with a printed back depicting the scabbard for his knife, which is also included with this set. The dark gray leg pieces feature minimal yet detailed printing, with a belt on the hips and pockets on the legs. This outfit combo, while accurate to the film, is also very versatile, and could be useful for custom minifig designs. The film's other lead, Claire Dearing, is also included with this set. This is probably my favorite minifigure version of Claire, as it's her most iconic look, and it resembles actress Bryce Dallas Howard quite well. Claire's hairpiece, though not a new mold, was first featured in dark orange in this set, and matches the character's on-screen hair identically. The headpiece is perfect, featuring 2 mild expressions that I feel are far better for the character than the newer, zanier head prints. The torso and legs, though it may not appear so at first, are actually a matching set, with the printed details in the shirt's knot continuing onto the hip pieces, replicating Claire's look after she teams up with Owen to find her nephews. The torso also features light purple printing depicting Claire's undershirt and a gold necklace. Claire also comes with a printed 1x2 tile depicting a smartphone, with an 81% battery charge and all. Yet another ACU is included with this set, featuring a headpiece commonly featured in Star Wars and superhero sets. A blue cap also found in Dilophosaurus ambush and a sand blue utility vest also adorn this figure. The ACU comes armed with a tranquilizer rifle. The set's main build is a replication of the vet unit truck from the film. This vehicle features heavily towards the final act of the movie, with Claire at the helm and her nephews in the rear hold. This build is a fairly accurate brick-built representation of the vet unit seen in the film, and utilizes a somewhat large sticker sheet comprised of 18 stickers. The front cab features accurate shaping, side view mirrors depicted using fence pieces, and a multi-layered front grille with headlights and a stickered license plate tile featuring an 83, which, as far as I know, isn't featured on the truck in the movie. Sadly, there's also no Mercedes logo on the front either. Trans-clear tiles depicting emergency lights are a welcome inclusion on the top of the cab. The canopy can be lifted up to allow seating for a minifigure, Claire ideally. While the shape of the cab itself is good, some of the details aren't quite replicated accurately. The fenders are a bit high compared to the tires, for example, but this isn't a huge issue. The sticker details on the sides, however, are glaringly different. The bricks with the Jurassic World logos shouldn't be here, and the stickers themselves should be lower. Also, the vehicle's apparent ID number of MVU83 differs from the MVU12 seen in the film. The 8x2 plates underneath the rear cabin look somewhat awkward, but there isn't really much that can be done about that. Aside from a few errors, the rear cabin section of the vet unit is pretty faithful. An additional blue stripe and differing words on the sticker graphics are the biggest missteps. A pair of handlebars jut out from the sides of the rear hold to allow the included Raptors to climb up the sides of the vehicle. This functionality does wonders for the set while on display, allowing for a dynamic action shot that isn't too difficult to replicate repetitively. 4 trans brown bricks depict windows that are positioned accurately. Atop this section sits an interesting turret build. Though this doesn't feature in the film, I don't mind its inclusion here, as it gives the vet unit some much needed functionality and playability. The turret can accommodate one minifigure and rotates 360 degrees, while firing a green spring-loaded missile. A spare missile is also included. This turret can easily be removed from the roof of the vet unit, increasing the build's screen accuracy while also doubling as a ground weapon. A rotor brick can be attached to the bottom of the turret build and acts as a stand. The rear cabin's access doors swing open to the sides, ready to recreate Zack and Gray's attempts to hold back the Raptors. While Claire's nephews aren't included with this set, they can be found in a couple of other Jurassic World sets, and there's space for both of them back here. The entire rear hold attaches to the cab with some Technic pins, and can be easily removed if desired. The roof lifts off easily, giving you access to a pair of computer monitors with printed keyboard tiles and stickered screen graphics. The aforementioned turret build can easily slide into the rear hold thanks to this combo of yellow and black bricks. And even when the turret's stored back here, the doors can still close all the way. Of course, it would be remiss of me not to mention Owen's motorcycle, which the set also includes. This is used to recreate the iconic scene with Owen racing through the jungle alongside his Raptor pack. This dark green piece was only ever featured again in the Lockwood Estate LEGO set from 2018. The cycle looks epic alongside the 2 included Raptors with Owen riding it. I actually used the spare knife piece that's included to pose the cycle at a tight angle when on display. I'll cut right to the chase. This set comes highly recommended. This is definitely one of my favorite Jurassic World sets ever released. The vet unit, though not a perfect representation of the on-screen vehicle, is still mostly accurate, and features in a memorable sequence from the movie, which is more than can be said about most Jurassic World LEGO sets. The vet unit has both a nice look on display and a handful of fun play features. The side builds add a lot to the set's value, most notably the multi-purpose turret and Owen's dark green motorcycle. The characters are of course a major draw. Half of Owen's Raptor squad is included here, and while this version of Blue may not be the best, it's still worth having if you're interested in collecting as many different LEGO Dinosaurs as possible. The minifigures are also great, and would be a welcome addition to anyone's LEGO Jurassic World collection, especially these versions of Owen and Claire. That being said, an MSRP of $50 was a little pricey for this set when it was released, and nowadays it's worth around twice that new. If you can find this set used for its original retail price, I'd definitely recommend it, especially if you're as big a fan of this movie as I am. If you've made it to the end of this video, thanks so much for watching. Please consider commenting your thoughts on this set down below, and hitting that like button if you liked what you saw. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the sets in my Jurassic World 10th Anniversary reviews by subscribing. In the meantime, why don't you check out my first 2 set reviews in this series by clicking the video links above.